Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is Dank Plays from Bare Minimum Podcast. Happy New Year. Hope you guys all had amazing holidays. We are back from our own holiday hiatus. This is episode 3. We are back on our regularly schedule, probably sticking to the bi-weekly schedule, but also going to be putting out some new content every week. And this is just my friendly reminder that if you're watching this on YouTube, make sure you like and subscribe. Share the video. Tell your friends, tell your family, let them know we're here taking over. Also, your reminder that we are also available on Spotify and Google Podcasts, and we're still working on getting on Apple Podcasts. So yeah, thanks for tuning in, guys. Make sure you leave a comment, let us know what you guys think, and enjoy the video.
Hey, yo, what's good? Welcome back to the shit show. This is episode 3 of the Bare Minimum Podcast. I'm Jakey Boy, aka I'm Pogi So What, your host for the day. Here we got Rob, aka Rob Skino, the Hennessy connoisseur.
Yeah.
Beneficial Vanilla, aka Justin, aka Justin Hemsworth. We got Dank Plays with the Dank Dave with the dankest plays.
You almost had it, bro.
Fuck it, we going live. We back, baby. We back.
We back after a hiatus, and god dang, dude.
Let's go over what happened. So we're supposed to go
For the holidays.
for the podcast for the 20th. Bobby, why don't you explain what went on?
All right, here's what happened. Here's what happened. We decided to do a podcast. We're gonna all wear our Christmas sweaters. All right, cool. We can fuck with that, you know. Let's say, hey man, let's do a podcast on Saturday. Saturday at 5:00. Perfect. Let's do that. Not a big deal. You know what I'm saying? All right.
5
so
o'clock Mountain Time.
yeah, whatever. So Friday, I get off work early and I go out to this place called Fuzzy's Tacos with people from work. Saying we had some tacos, have some drinks, whatever. I get there like noon, but like 2:30, I'm fucked up.
Noon on a Friday. Okay, keep
on
going.
a Friday.
Yeah.
So these motherfuckers decide to go, hey man, let's do a podcast tonight. I'm like, I might not make it because I wasn't prepared to do a podcast tonight. You know what I'm saying? So I didn't get home till like 6:30, 7 o'clock. They're like, oh, this pod, man. It's like, bro, it's not happening. You know what I'm saying? Let's pod tomorrow like we're supposed to. And Dave goes, well, my friend's coming in tomorrow, so we can't do a podcast tomorrow. So we never podcasted Friday or Saturday. So that's where you're at. That's where you have a podcast until now. So be mad at somebody, they plays.
Do you have a response, David?
Yeah. Response,
Okay.
yes.
Well, if our listeners are listening, which one seems more friend coming into town or you got too fucked up to record?
How about this though? Did you hang out with your friend that night?
No, because he bailed.
Okay, so who's fucking in the wrong here?
You.
Okay, sounds like.
If we're being honest, we planned a podcast before you got fucked up.
No, I was at fucking work. What are you
Yes.
talking about? I didn't have my phone. I couldn't tell you that. I don't have my phone at work, so I didn't know you guys were planning to do that. So by the time you hit me up, I'm already fucking out. So
So you didn't check your phone.
that's
afterwards?
strike 2. That's strike 2 for you.
Got fucked up. How is that strike? You're just striking things that don't even exist.
Okay, all right. Hold on. How about this? Strike 1, you canceled the podcast on a Saturday. You didn't hang out with your friend. That's strike 1. Strike 2 is you changed the podcast the day of.
I'm gonna be
strike
grown
out.
up and say Saturday was my fault. I'll take the blame for that.
Okay,
Friday was your fault.
It's not my fault. We never planned podcast.
Okay, see, he can't.
We
even
never
admit
had
it.
a planned
He
podcast.
can't
How's that
even
my
admit
fault?
it.
Fault, Bobby. You gotta take fault.
It's not my fault.
Hey, you know whose fault it wasn't, Justin?
Jakey and Justin's.
That's fucking right.
You guys done sucking each other off over there?
Nah, look,
We don't
y'all
suck
over
nothing
here
nowhere
on
at
this
any
little
time.
bickering,
Jakey and
bickering
Justin.
baby back mode.
Jakey, Justin, I am sorry about that Saturday. All right, that was my fault.
Thank you for being a big
Thank
man.
I am
Dave.
sorry.
Thanks, Dave. Means a lot.
Okay.
Bobby.
Okay. I'm not apologizing. I'm not apologizing for shit. I didn't do anything wrong.
Mm.
I can't do the impromptu shit. Sorry. We had a
Okay.
time scheduled off. So
So, whatever, guys. We got it out in the open. you guys are pointing the fingers here at each other.
I called Maury.
This might as well
Okay,
be-
how about
we're
this?
gonna go on Maury
How about
today.
this?
We
No,
might as
fuck
well
all
be
that.
touching-
Jakey,
Fuck all
you
that.
don't even do that tip-to-tip comparison.
Yeah, no, you wild. Fuck all
I
that.
know where you were going. You were sitting
Fuck
there
all that.
smiling with your fingers touching.
Oh, I
You
already-
got
I
a
already-
doctor's
I already-
appointment, right? On a fucking Monday. Doctor's appointment. He called you, say, man, come in today for
Oh
an
my
appointment.
God, here we
I can't.
go.
I can't do that. Well, I guess you don't have an appointment then. Like, what the fuck? Am I wrong?
No, if your doctor calls you and you're about to die, you should probably go in. No
If you
matter
make
what.
an appointment
What?
with a doctor and he calls you in
What
a
is that?
day early and you can't make it and you don't have no appointment at all, that's not your fault.
When does that happen?
I'm just using it as an example of what you
So
just
you're
pulled.
making up scenarios.
That's the bullshit you
that
pulled.
don't happen.
It sounds like bullshit, right?
Oh my God. Yo, you're right here. Just fuck.
I mean, I'm not in the wrong here. I'm not in the wrong here.
do it.
Anyways,
Wait, so it's technically we tried to audible and you couldn't audible because you're
No.
drunk as fuck.
yeah, I was
Oh,
out.
That's
no,
what- that's
no,
what
that's exact, Bobby.
Okay,
what
that's
happened.
fair.
So
That's
I was
fair.
Peyton Manning. I said Omaha.
Bro,
Omaha,
you'll never
Omaha.
be fucking
You'll
Peyton
never-
Manning
yeah.
a day in your
First
life.
of all,
Hokage, first
I
of all.
can't be Peyton Manning.
Or
I can't.
Hokage.
So I was Peyton Manning, right? I said Omaha, and you were the drunk running back.
Ooh, Lindsay or Freeman?
Well, we're talking about back in the day, so
Oh, okay.
probably
I
have
don't
to be,
fucking know. Google it.
Anyways, guys, it's
We
over.
back,
It's
baby.
done. It's
We
over. We're
fucking
done.
back
We're
out here.
done.
Let's get it.
I just remember
Look.
CJ
It all
Anderson. Anderson.
works out because it was the fucking holidays. You know, everyone, instead of listening to us, y'all spent time with your family. So y'all welcome.
Yeah, you're welcome.
I hope your
parents of all
Yeah.
the
family
listeners.
enjoyed your
Our
company.
fuck ups did you a favor.
I guess.
We're only human.
So what major things have happened since we podcasted? Christmas, that's one. Hope y'all had a good Christmas.
It wasn't too bad.
New Year's. We're in 2020 now, guys. That's ridiculous.
And we're
to
about to
even
go
think
to
about.
war.
In our visions 2020. I was going to be positive, but Rob
And
just went straight to-
Someone's balls got cut.
So
That's
Guilty.
2019 news. That's 2019 news. That's
guilty.
It comes into 2020. That's what she said.
That's what she said.
over.
Now, before we get,
2019 decisions or 2020 problems. Is that what that goes?
before we get into the nut clippings, let's just clarify here. He got his nuts straight cut off. There's nothing. There's no sack.
He's a
It's
eunuch.
just-
Yeah, like the
Was it
bald
unit?
dude off of Game of Thrones.
It's just
Yeah.
tip to butthole. There's
Look
nothing.
at these. Look at these
Yo,
fucking liars.
Nothing there.
Oh,
Just
okay. Now we're getting out of control.
liars.
Now we're getting out of control.
Okay. First of all,
His
He
voice
looks
is
like a
the
Ken
set
doll.
of oh my god.
He's mid
We were just talking
transition.
about. He
Is
looks
not-
like Mulan when he was.
He's
when he
mid.
was trying to-
Let your hair down.
when she was trying to dress as a guy. That's what's going on.
Yo, I'm way more of a man than Mulan could ever.
How does the Mulan
That's
song
what
go?
she said too. I think.
Does anyone know the Mulan lyrics?
I'll make a man out of you.
There you go. All right,
Anyway,
Jakey.
Yes,
Well,
I
go
got
ahead.
my nuts cut, guys. I can't have babies. Actually, that's not conclusive. I
Okay.
had to send in a sample, but
Okay,
Did you
hold on.
nut in a cup?
Yeah. Did you bust in a
fridge?
cup? It's a
Um,
freezer. First of all,
no,
you psychopath.
No, he was too nervous.
so I haven't gotten my follow-up appointment yet because the holiday and shit. So
There's
during
no
the follow-up,
follow-up. You had to pre-do it. You
look,
couldn't-
guys, did y'all get a vasectomy? Let me know,
Anyway,
let me know if
go
y'all got a
ahead.
vasectomy. Then
The only pressing question is, did you save any?
no,
Oh,
no.
Why? Why?
I got children already.
yeah, but Jake, you got
So say the world was
you
coming
only
to
got
an end.
you only got sisters, and you only got daughters.
Well, like Dave said, I'm the last blunt.
You are. You're
Man.
the last blunt in the rotation, dog.
Not even.
In the whole entire
smooth.
rotation of mankind.
That was smooth. That was smooth. No, I'm
Thank
thinking more like we need, like, say, like something happened, whatever. We need like population control, whatever. Like, we need children. You know what I'm saying? You
It's
could have busted the
reversible.
cup. That could have been.
Snip, snap,
Snip,
snip,
snap,
snap.
snip, snap.
That would be a
It's
weird fucking scenario of like,
Dude.
Wait, no. Go
Like,
ahead,
Mr.
Jake.
President.
I want to hear
President.
this.
we need kids.
No, I want to hear this. So how can it be reversible? I want to know that, but go ahead.
It's a medical procedure. They just reattach
it
the.
just yeah.
Reattach the nuts.
They just retest the I don't fucking.
What do you mean?
Stem?
Hold up.
Jakey has to know.
I'm
Go
not
ahead.
gonna give all the details because I'm gonna spare our listeners for these details.
Listen,
Um,
no. I've told everyone a lot of things about my life.
All right, so
Bro,
Damn.
please. Just gloss over it.
every nutsack, right? Depending on how big your nutsack is, has two little spaghetti little strings in there called the vas deferens. And basically what that does is it carries the sperm into your nutsack so that when you bust, you make babies.
That shit
And
bust.
so basically that little spaghetti noodle gets clipped, right? And then they put a titanium clamp so that way
You got a titanium nutsack now?
I got a titanium nutsack, guys.
So can you go through the airport? They're gonna be like,
Call me,
sir.
Call
They're
me
gonna be like, sir.
Colossus.
They're gonna have to fucking take you to the back every time. Like,
We gotta
Like,
check your
do
you-
nutsack.
Do you have any metal on you?
Shit.
Oh, that's my nuts.
drop your pants.
Yeah, I hope not.
You're gonna
No,
have to
they
bend over
would,
and cough
they would
too.
see it in the X-ray. There'd be a little sack, and then they'd be
Right,
like,
right. But the dude's gonna
Hey, nothing
fucking
little
use the
about
back
my-
of his hand to brush across your balls and be like, "Sir, come in the back with me," because he can't
It's
feel
not
whatever
like-
is there.
Well, okay, I haven't actually felt it. I don't think I've looked.
I
at
imagine
it.
you're
This
not
is
the
what-
first guy with
this
a
is
vasectomy.
This is what I'm
to do an
saying, though,
airport.
dog. This is what I'm saying to you. Listen
It's
to
still
this.
fresh. I can't
Listen
look at
to
it yet.
this.
I can't even
Listen.
look at it right now.
Listen
Like,
to
if
this.
you pull my pants down, I'm gonna get hard.
Whoa, hold up. What? What?
You know what? You never know scenarios, bro.
I mean, but it's a
Yeah,
dude
prepared
doing
for
it, so
How do you know?
because only
dudes
men
at
can.
TSA?
You ever been to TSA? Only males can do males and females can do females. You're in the fucking military.
Men on men, women
Yeah,
on
I got
women.
pre-checked. They just let me through.
Oh, you don't get a vasectomy, so I guess there's that.
Guys,
True.
I think that I'm good
True.
for an airplane. Okay, I think that I can get on an airplane.
All I'm saying
No
is,
problem.
all I'm saying is,
I don't
don't
think that's
be,
an issue.
don't be surprised if you're going through, TSA or whatever, and you do the whole fucking arms up shit, and then like dude's like, step out. You got a medal on you? No, I'm good. And he fucking just takes the back of his hand across your front.
Well, he would wand it first, and he'd go over your dick. Like, "Wheep, wheep."
Got a
Maybe
gun,
like-
got a gun. Shoot his nuts. Shoot his nuts.
Why would they shoot the gun? Why would they-
Legs up, legs up.
Why would they shoot the
Put your
gun?
legs up.
Bend over and cough, son.
I don't know. How's the
Yo, man, y'all
experience
got me
overall?
scared to fucking. Y'all got me scared to fucking fly now, bitch.
You got the
Nervous
freaking
as
flyer
hell.
miles, dog. You better
It's
drive.
not like
was
you
it-
fly anyways,
How was the
motherfucker. You drive
experience
everywhere.
overall? Like
All
what?
right, so you're in this like really sterile room and you're awake through the procedure. I'm
No.
just like laying
No.
back,
No.
looking up, and
Is it local
He's like-
anesthesia?
he takes like a needle like this fucking long of lidocaine, shoots it in one side of your nut, and then he lets it sit for a little bit to get.
Bro, did you scream?
Nah, bro.
I would have fucking screamed. I'd be
I'm
like,
tough.
ah!
I'm tough as hell.
You're a
No.
TUSF.
So I'm sitting here and I just close my
Puffy.
eyes the whole time, dog. I just
Wait, why
your
are
eyes
you
are-
fucking up like
I close my
that?
eyes the whole time, dog.
Nah, bro, knock me out, dog. Knock me out.
My eyes were closed, dog.
Knock me
and,
out.
and so there's two sides. So you have to go. He did his thing on the one side and he did his thing on the other side. And I guess like the way things were situated inside, you know what I mean? Like the way things were set up is when as soon as he cut, I guess like a whole bunch of blood just started gushing. out.
Oh!
And I could feel, I knew something was happening.
You were on your-
immediately
Never
went
mind.
into a cold sweat. Immediately, like my eyes are closed, I'm not even looking, and I immediately started sweating. I just started dripping sweat.
Ooh, that's bad. I'm like, yo, something's wrong. Something's wrong.
and then he's like, I can hear him. He like talks through the whole process. He's like, "Ooh, I don't like that."
That's
didn't
something
give-
you don't
he
want to
didn't give
fucking
you,
hear
like-
when someone's fucking
No.
cutting into your balls.
He didn't give you like a safe word or nothing?
No, he's like, you're doing good. I was just gonna do this, and I had to make the incision a little bit bigger, so he did that, and he was like,
Next thing you know, they're gone.
Christ.
clamp, boom. Then I feel the stitches, and I'm like, all right,
I
it's done.
feel him.
It's done. The stitches are good. The weirdest thing though is that like that little string, you make the incision, you gotta pull it out a little bit, right? That when you pull that string out a little bit, it feels like someone just like flicked your nuts a little bit. Like,
Bro,
just
I am
flicked them.
thoroughly disgusted right now.
Yeah. We might have to cut all of this.
Wait, the podcast or your nuts?
No, I mean, well, that's what I said to the guy.
Why
No
not
lie,
both?
though. No lie though, I think I'd rather have a vasectomy than get my hypothetically speaking, get my wisdom teeth removed again. Because that was
Well,
like
you had a bad
fucking
experience
experience.
though.
Oh yeah. Once
I had
Yeah,
the army do that
two
shit.
surgeries after that shit, bro.
2 surgeries.
was retarded.
Damn. I remember your mouth was like,
like a chip.
Bro, for like a week.
yeah.
It's like
It's
you
only
had a
supposed to be
nutsack
like
in your
3
mouth.
days. Bro, dead ass. And I won't even lie. That's exactly what it looked like. Like fucking, like you ever seen those videos of like hamsters like trying to eat like a fucking grape or something? They just put it in their fucking cheek.
Yeah.
That's it. That's exactly what it
Alvin,
was so
Simon,
fucking painful.
David.
Wait, wasn't it infected?
Yeah. All right, so what happened was I had one wisdom tooth I needed removed, but the doctor, military doctor, I should add, was like, let's just take all 4 out. I was like,
Fuck it.
in my mind,
Kinda makes sense, yeah.
in my mind, I'm thinking that's some time off work. So I was like, do what you gotta do, doc. You know, fuck my shit up. And then he literally fucked my shit up. Yeah. Like, so he put me asleep. Well, he didn't put me asleep. He just drugged me so fucking much that I don't remember any of it. But I came to as he was fucking up the last one. Like,
Bro.
I came into consciousness as blood is like gushing out of my mouth. It's like, oh, and I see them freaking out. I'm like, what the fuck? And he has like the drill in my mouth, like cut me open and shit.
Oh.
And I'm just sitting there, like, just like holding on for dear life. Just
It's like sawing this bitch, dude.
dog. And then like it's not technically the worst part, but the most disrespectful part was put me in the wheelchair, and then I'm leaving. And then as I get out the door, and like I'm like getting into the car, he comes running out like, wait. He's like, we forgot to take x-rays. I was like, oh my God, you motherfucker.
Had to
So he
put that
sits me
lead
back
vest
down.
on you.
Dog, he sits me back down, takes me in. I'm just sitting there dying, and then like takes the x-rays and shit. Then we leave, and then my shit is just fucking swollen and fucked up for entirely way too long. And then like I look in my mouth and I like pull my lip open, and I see it swollen, and I touch it, and then inside my mouth just pus just comes fucking flying out. And I'm like, oh my God. And I was like, this is infected. So we go back. He goes and he cuts me open, and then he irrigates it. He just cleans it pretty much. And then he sews it back up. And I'm like, and for that, I didn't get drugs. So I was awake when he fucking did that shit.
Oof.
Then I leave. Then my shit is still fucked up. So I'm like, what is happening? So I go and I see a different doctor, and he's like, oh, I can tell this was a messed up surgery. You have bone chips all over, like all in your gum line and shit. So then he had to cut me open and then actually go in there and pull the fucking bone chips out and then wash it out and then sew it back up again.
Damn, bone chips.
It took like fucking 2 months to finally get done with this shit. It was so annoying.
Well, there's a bright side to that. They just released something saying that people can go for military doctors now.
Nah, fuck that, bro.
So obviously there was an inexperienced doctor doing what he was doing.
Bro,
of
course.
Because first of all, he
was,
fucked up the timing. So
he was
you weren't.
a major. So he was a 04.
Yeah.
Well, still, he fucked up the timing, right? First of all, he didn't do the procedure right because you fucking had pus in your mouth. So he did 2 things wrong. I don't know.
I woke up during mine, so I mean, I get it. That shit is.
That's a very ambitious move to do at such an inexperienced like state in your career.
Bro, so the way military doctors work is, if you go to medical school and you join the military, you're automatically an officer. You're automatically like a captain.
Yeah.
Like they don't even you don't do none of that bullshit. Like you don't even play part of the military's rules. You just wear the uniform, but you do military shit. That's pretty much it. Like you don't go to formation. You don't do PT. You don't have to do none of that shit.
Yeah, just to put it into perspective, as far as the Army is, like I'm enlisted, so I had to go through basic, and then I joined a platoon, and I'm at the very fucking rock bottom, right? So I'm the lowest of the low. And then you have, if you're an officer, you go do your commissioning. You basically go through officer basic training. It's essentially the same thing. It's a little bit longer. And then, well, it's a lot longer. You're basically going to college. Like that's what makes the difference. He has a degree, but he comes out with 0 experience pretty much.
Yeah.
And he is in charge of a platoon. The person, there's an E7, well, it's supposed to be an E7 who has like 10 plus years experience normally, fucking combat deployment, multiple schools, this experience on experience, and that dude ranks higher than him. The dude that is fucking fresh and hasn't done anything.
Yep.
Now, sometimes there's like the current platoon leader I have right now, he's dope as fuck. Like, so people don't mind, you know, he's a good guy. He cares about being a leader, but then you get other assholes that are like, I'm a leader, suck my ass. Like, you do what I say type shit.
Shouldn't be a requirement for an officer to spend 4 years as an enlisted person. I think that should be.
You would think, but
yeah,
no.
I think that should be a requirement.
It's probably like an incentive, because how else are they going to get like trained medical doctors? And dentists and...
So what Dave was saying, it's honestly about 25-30% of people who actually come in who are leaders, who are officers, whatever, and they just suck. It's not that often, but when you do find them, it's like, holy shit, dude. Like, okay, for me, I understand you have this rank, but you're a fucking idiot. Like, you have a degree, you're an idiot.
For me, it's 50-50 so far. I had 2 really bad ones and 2 really awesome ones. So,
no, for me, it's been like 25-30% that have been bad. But I mean, that's everywhere. It's like even now, like in your workplace. You know what I'm saying?
The Air Force is better too, though, because their requirements are higher. So, I mean, I'll talk shit about the Army because I'm in it. Is that the Army lets in a lot of fucking idiots? I think like that's just how it is. In the Air Force,
well, yeah, they let you in.
Fuck you. I mean, I can't even talk shit because I must be an idiot because I fucking decided to go in the Army. But anyways, fucking
infantry at that. Boy.
But Air Force is generally like they're really like picky about who they let in, which I think is smarter, obviously, because you get a better soldier. Or
I want to go ahead and just spell that myth. We had our fair share of dumbasses too, dog. Trust me.
I guarantee it's not as bad as people.
Okay, probably not as bad, but it's people like, bro, you made it through basic? Like, how'd you make it this far in life? You know, you're that bad? But
I mean, I'm fortunate that I didn't have my procedure done like by a military doctor. I met 2 people who got the procedure, who got a vasectomy by military doctors.
Never.
And they cauterize your nuts.
Yeah,
they cauterize your nuts, bro.
That happened to my old boss. They did that shit, and not only that, they sent him to fucking Louisiana for a month, like,
Jesus,
while he was fresh off surgery.
Like, I don't think a man should ever see his nuts bleed, but I also, more so than that, I don't think a man should ever smell his nuts burn.
I mean,
that's 2 senses that
these are valid. These are valid.
That's
hey, while we're on that topic, y'all ever like whiff your nuts?
Yeah, what?
Whiff
like,
your nuts?
Like whip them? Whiff? Like, what are you saying? Like
smell your nuts.
Yes.
Thank you.
My answer was gonna be who doesn't, but I wanted someone else to.
Yeah.
I just wanted one of y'all to be honest. Just wanted one of y'all to be honest.
I just don't want to be known as a nut sniffer.
I mean, I guess if it's your own nuts, it'll be that bad.
The reason I don't mind addressing
what other nuts are you sniffing, Bobby?
No, I'm saying he don't want to be a nut sniffer. Like, if it's your own nuts, it's not that bad to be a nut sniffer. But y'all motherfuckers take this shit to the next level, dog.
I get what you're saying, but like
y'all took it to the next level.
By saying it, you're implying that you sniff other people's nuts, or like at least like you have.
I'm not saying you're implying that. You're implying that's what you thought about, though. You were thinking like,
I was trying to shoot Justin some bail here, and y'all just fucking took it to the wrong level. So whatever, you know.
I'm just glad someone was honest, man. I mean, sometimes you got to, bro. Just to, like,
yeah. I mean, you gotta pre-check. You know what I'm saying? You gotta be like, yo,
like, you know, your girl's feeling lusty or something.
Right. Let me go hop in the shower real quick, man.
Like, hold on.
Yeah. It's a yay or a nay.
Yo, I think it's like a survival tactic. Like, if you smell something different, like if you hear me out. If you smell something different than what you're used to, then you know something's fucked up, and you know that you need to get checked out probably.
It sounds like an STD, but I'm gonna let it ride. That sounds like an STD, but I'm gonna let it ride.
Like musty nuts.
Yeah, musty nuts.
But speaking of New Year, man, anyone got any resolutions? Anyone made anything? it's kind of played out the older you get for resolutions and stuff like that. So I don't know if you
I
guys
mean,
have anything.
mine's
but
the
what you
same
got.
as resolutions every fucking year.
Mine's cliche as fuck as well, dude.
Get a 6-pack and 10x my business.
No, mine's just cut back on drinking and get back in shape. I want to get back like I was in Africa.
Yeah,
I
basically.
can feel
I
that.
gained a lot of weight these past like 4 or 5 months, bro.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, I'm like
You also
220 right
lost
now.
a lot of weight because you got your nuts clipped.
Well, a little weight.
I mean, guys, it's the same exact weight. Actually, I got more weight because they put titanium clips in. It's not like I'm losing nut.
Oh,
I mean, if you say so, bro.
gross.
Wow.
But yeah, man, I don't have any resolutions. The last 10 years was great for me, at least. I said in the military, I got my degree done. I bought a house, moved to Colorado, dude. You know, I'm in cybersecurity now. More to be coming soon, but you know, I saw the accomplishments in the last 10 years at least.
Nice. Yeah, this last year was dope. Like I got laid off like in the beginning of the year.
No, not
that's-
even in the year, Jakey. Go back the whole decade.
Shit.
Yeah, last 10 years.
2010?
Yeah.
Bro.
Just the big stuff.
Dang, I can't. Yeah, no, yeah. I came up and God, I freaking doubled my salary in Northern Virginia. I moved back down to Virginia Beach.
Jakey, for the decade, your first one has to be your kids, dude. Don't be an asshole.
I mean,
My kids were born already.
Lily's 10?
Wait, yeah,
I got married. I had I was going in chronological order too. I got married. I had Lily. God, we moved to Virginia Beach. We moved down to Charleston. Man, started a business.
Rob,
Great.
where's Jakey at on the screen compared to me?
he's in your. So it's top left for me, so probably your top right. If you point it top right.
This way?
Yeah, that way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, continue.
What was that?
the fuck?
You were going through your stuff, and I was just gonna be like trying to stare at you.
No, I'm finished. That's done.
Justin?
The past year has been okay. We'll talk decade wise. Was in Virginia Beach. Well, we were in Northern Virginia for a while too,
Yeah.
in early 2010s, and we moved back. Moved to South Carolina. My dad passed, so I came back up.
Prayers.
In 2017, early 2017, came back up. Took an old job, landed up in my first cybersecurity role, so that worked out. Then met Michelle. Then eventually, that in the past year, we bought a house, got married, had a kidney stone that required two surgeries.
Jesus.
My mom had a stroke, so I had to take care of that about a year. It's been about a year and a half almost. But other than that, yeah, it's been all right.
Yeah,
Things are kind of slowing down.
Yeah, it seems that way, honestly, because 2010 I moved out to California. I think I moved back in 2012.
You did.
Yeah, and then
because I was on leave for deployment. That's when I first met you.
yeah, and then shit. In all honesty, fucking 2012 up till 2017 was like fucking dark ages for me, dark times. But then I was
Hey,
like,
you became a member of our group within that time period.
yeah.
Yeah.
And then yeah, 20 end of 2016. Actually, no, fuck no, because I got in beginning of 2017. It took me 2 years to get into the military because my back was
I
fucked
remember
up.
that.
Yeah.
My back was fucked up and I had hand tattoos, and both of those took entirely way too fucking long to take care of. But that's when I was like, I gotta get my shit together. I gotta figure out what I want to do with my life. But I mean, it all worked out. As much as I hate the fucking military, not even the military. Like the military was able to like, you know, it helped me like get myself together and like be more responsible and shit. But it also made me be like, yo, I'm not fucking happy being in the military. What do I got to do to be happy? And every day was sitting there like trying to plan my life out. So now, finally, I have everything planned in my life right now. I got a lot of shit going for me right now. So it all worked out. It was, I won't lie, it was a shitty decade, but it was one of those ones that fucking, it was the important one.
It's a growing decade.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can you talk about the SS? Can you talk about the SS that you're a part of?
I don't know, honestly. I'd rather not because this is a fucking podcast, but
All right.
we'll say that
It's being
I have a really, really, really good job opportunity ahead of me that I'm hoping for. So we'll see. We'll see what happens.
Wasn't the SS part of the Nazis?
Yeah, that's why I said it.
Is that what you're talking about? I
he's
don't know
being
that.
facetious.
Yeah,
I don't know-
they
I don't
just
know.
got played.
I don't know Nazi stuff. Sorry.
Played yourself. Yeah, I mean, I think at least for this year, I want to definitely get back in shape. For sure. I do want to start my master's degree though. I think I want to do that as well.
Yeah, I'm finishing my bachelor's this year.
Do it.
Probably.
Do it.
Nice.
I'll listen to that, man. If you haven't done school yet, dude, knock that shit out, man. I know it's hard.
Well,
I know it's rough.
the thing is, I think you should actually get into what you want to do, and go to school at the same time you're getting a job. Because actually getting a degree and then going into your field, it's pretty much useless now.
It's hard. It's hard. It's hard as fuck.
It's more difficult, but in order to progress,
No, it's not more difficult. It's actually more difficult to get in what you want to do and go to school, but it's more beneficial. So if you go to school for like an art degree, like what are you going to do? You're not going to use that.
Well, yeah,
But-
that's true.
So what I did is I got into IT.
You could use it.
Harsh. That's a harsh reality, though.
I mean, you can, but the possibility.
Yeah, the
is, like-
current job market. The current job market is what kills it.
So yeah, I mean, what I did is I got into IT. Now I'm in cybersecurity. Now I'm getting a bachelor's in IT and cybersecurity to further my role in
mhm,
cybersecurity. So
mhm.
it's basically like a stepping stone type of thing. But I mean, getting a degree is great, and if you have the money to go to Yale and all that, it's probably worth it. But for 90% of the Americans that are out there, I think it's probably more beneficial to scope out what you want to do in the job market, and then get a degree in that. So you have experience, then you get your degree, then you get a high-paying job.
I didn't say
Hey,
just that.
That's
like-
big. No, that's big facts. I agree with everything you said.
Because also, as far as getting a job and everything, fucking. All right, well, starting with cybersecurity first, since that's what you started with. If you want a job in fucking IT or cybersecurity, you can go to school and shit. And there's a good chance that you'll get a fucking job because it's in such high demand right now.
Yeah,
It's like
cybersecurity is
lot
the most unfilled job right
a
now.
lot of pretty much every company in the world that needs like IT or cybersecurity is looking for US, like I think it's veterans first and then like US citizens.
Yeah, if you're a veteran, you're basically locked in.
Yeah.
Like you need one cert and you're a
Because-
veteran.
Yep.
You're basically
Right now companies are hiring people that aren't US citizens. They're giving them visas to fulfill these roles because they're in such high demand for that shit.
Yeah. I mean,
And
I
then-
believe it. I don't know if it's true, but I believe it.
I mean, I only know that because I was looking into cybersecurity with the shit that they have here. And like they're giving you guaranteed interviews with like Microsoft and shit like that if you finish their class. Like that's the class that I'm
finish
taking.
courses. And stuff
Yeah, like
that.
they're giving you guaranteed interviews because they want to hire inside than fucking, pulling like immigrants and giving them visas to come work here and shit like that. They'd rather hire Americans.
Mhm.
And then but if you're outside of that, I mean, I 100% stand by it. Is that it's all like going to school and everything's cool and all, but I mean, while you're doing everything, networking is not a bad idea because a lot of jobs is fucking who you know.
Dude,
Like
2020.
that's just
I
how
feel
it
like-
is.
I feel like this is the decade of the gig economy. Like everyone's kind of trying to work for themselves, and networking, collaboration. That's a huge part of it.
Mhm.
Like sure like I have my W-2 job, but like part of this year's big goals, besides buying my first house and getting back in shape and going on like bigger, better vacations with my family, is scaling my business. But it's like Dave said, going out there and networking and trying to solve a problem and bringing value up front is kind of how people should start to plan to do that. So there's two sides, right? I still have my W-2 job, and I'll always have my my W-2 job unless like my business blows up like crazy and I become a millionaire, and then I don't have to have a W-2 job. But I like doing what we do in cybersecurity. But on the flip side is I think that a lot more people are taking an active role in becoming entrepreneurs, whether it be my field of digital marketing, whether it be like real estate investing. A lot of people are doing real estate investing now. Like that's like a big thing.
That's true. Yeah.
That's a big way to make like get generational wealth. And there's like a lot of ways to be creative and do that. So I think 2020 is going to be the decade of, we're going to see a lot of people in our generation start to, if they haven't already, become successful with entrepreneurship while maintaining a W-2 job.
Yeah.
And like it works out. It works out because you have your fucking, I mean, this is just the way I think it should be laid out, is that, so I have like my career field that I'm focusing on, right? That's like the main one, is like, how am I going to sustain myself? How am I going to pay these bills? Blah, 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 blah. And also I like have the other one that I refuse to give up on, is like what I actually want to do, i.e. the podcast, my streaming and everything like that. It's like, why not do both? You know, like why not? You don't have to give up on your dreams because you're getting older and shit like that. Just fucking, if you have a passion for something, Justin, you can back it up. You're definitely the biggest streamer in our group right now. It's like, there's no reason.
Crazy? Good job, Justin.
There's no reason to give up on like what you're actually passionate about. Like,
don't fucking sarcastically applaud me, Bobby.
I don't want to clap too loud,
Bobby.
Dude.
No, I'm
No,
kidding.
you're just blushing. That's what it is.
No. So if you look back like 40 years, you know, like my dad, y'all's dads or moms or whatever, you could go to school part-time, pay for your school while doing a part-time job, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you look at school now, it's what, $60,000 to $80,000 a year for a decent school.
At least
part-time job pays what,
decent. That's like
$10 an hour maybe. There's no way that you live on a part-time job.
Everything was cheaper back then too. Housing, insurance, cars.
So I had this debate a lot at work, and I'm like one of the few millennials at my job. We talk about this shit all the time, man. And it's just like, the cost of living and how to do everything is so drastically different when they were growing up. Oh man, millennials want this and they like want that. It's like, bro, when you went to school, how much was school for you? You could work a summer and be able to ride the rest of the school year and then work the next summer. You can't do that shit now. You can't. You have to work all the time. You know what I'm saying?
A house was $50,000,
bro.
and
back
you made
then,
like $10,000 a year.
Back then, a motherfucker could work at McDonald's and fucking have 2 cars. You know what I'm saying, have a house, food on the table when he comes home. You can't do that shit now. It's bullshit, dude.
Not even that. You look back and think about that shit. They weren't going to school like when they were in high school and shit. We were like.
So in totally this past year, I'm in school. I bought a house. I got married. I have a full-time job. Like in the past, like if you look at maybe 30, 40 years ago, that's unreal. And I stream. So I'm doing basically 2 jobs. I go to school, I got married, I bought a house, and I have a full-time job. Like who did that like for 30, 40 years ago?
It's rough. And
it's always niche. Like you always picked a career and you went with it. Like you were a steel mill worker. You put the car door handles on the cars, and that's what you did for 30 years. And you retired and you lived the rest of your life happy.
Well, yeah, you'd be good. You'd have retirement. You'd have pension. You'd have your family would be good. Everything's paid for. But it's not like that anymore.
Nope.
It's not even just that. It's like, I hate using the term like boomers and shit, but that generation of people is like, I mean, at the end, they weren't, all right, you know, fucking sue me for saying this. They weren't dreamers. It's like Jakey was saying, it was like they found something they were good at and then they did it and they ended up, you know, most of the time being miserable for the rest of their fucking lives and being salty, but you know, they paid the bills and shit like that. But then you go way fucking back, and I'm talking about like America was just founded and shit, and then, you know, we got invented the telephone, discovered electricity and all that shit. It's like, I don't know. It's just weird. It's because like I feel like our generation is more in their generation's mindset. Like we don't want to find just something that we're good at and fucking do it for a living. Like we want to find something we're passionate about. Like we want to create something new. We want to do and like sue us for fucking having dreams,
having bigger aspirations than just fucking working a 9 to 5. And
the thing is,
yeah, exactly.
Not being safe. I think that's the biggest thing.
How about this? So before we get any further, I want to preface, or not preface, but say in this conversation, we're not shitting on anybody for doing any of that. Like, don't take what we're saying as you're a piece of shit if you're working a 9 to 5, whatever the case may be. All we're talking about is our experience with it.
We're still doing it.
Yeah, we all still do it.
What I'm saying is, don't feel shame for what you're doing if you're making money. You know what I mean? Like, no matter what it is. And so just go back real quick what you were saying about, school and stuff like that, getting in the job, whatever, kind of keep more general outside of cybersecurity. For our generation and the ones coming up, when it's like if you can't afford to do school, whatever, you can't have the time to do school, every career field has a cert or a certification. If you can get that certification and kind of speak to that in your interviews, whatever, you will get the job because that shows experience. Certifications are more like short-term experience. All college shows you can sit in the class and pay attention. To be honest with you, man. Same with the military.
That's what a degree is.
Same with the military.
A degree is just a paper saying that you can sit in a class, pass the test, and that's it. That's all.
I mean, I can attest to that 100%. Shouts out to my cousin Jed for looking out for me and getting me in front of the right people. But before I graduated high school, I think I had like 6 certifications in computers, like A+, Network Plus. I had a whole bunch of computer certifications, and I got a job straight out of high school, like making good money, working with a secret clearance. I had someone in my family who was able to put me in front of the right people. Like he didn't like get me the job. He just was able to get me an audience, and I got the job from there.
But there's certain parts you have to put together. You just had the parts that he
but together. Having the certifications open the doors for that conversation.
Exactly. Yeah, and if I didn't have it, then I wouldn't have gotten it.
You didn't need school for that, So like, don't be if you can't go to college right now, that's fine, man. It's totally fine, If you want to do a career change or whatever the case may be, you can't go to school. See what your job is requiring and try to get some certs for that, man. That's all I'm saying is it's possible because there's plenty of people who have jobs where I work at in the IT field that only have certs. They have no fucking degrees, and they make a lot of money.
I don't have a degree,
and they make they make a lot of fucking money. So, and on top of that, like we're saying, back to the whole military shit, being a doctor or whatever, always in your office because you have a degree. You know what I'm saying? So degrees kind of put you more in a managerial point as opposed to like a technician or a worker. But there's nothing wrong with that at all, man. Like, so don't take what we're saying.
What is wrong with it if you go into the position, you have no experience. You don't have you don't know how to lead right.
Right. Of course. But normally if you have a degree, it's always like, oh, you want someone with a degree and like 7 years of experience, Which is bullshit though, because you want an entry level job that has a degree and 7 years of experience.
I have to have experience when I'm 5.
Right. It's pretty much.
It's a snake eating its own.
I'm a baby fireman, basically.
Yeah, no, it's bullshit. But so like I said, man, don't take what we're saying as anything bad. We're saying there's different ways to do it. Like,
but also, sorry, go ahead.
Like this one's saying, doing that shit is hard, man. Like going to school and working. So when I got to Colorado, I was going to school first. I did school for 2 months and I got a full-time job, and then over the next 2 years in the summertime, I took 6 classes at once. That's fucking draining, man. Yeah. But it's possible. If you want it bad enough, you can do it and you can get it, And so what we're saying is that's just hard. It's not gonna fucking be easy. I'm saying if you get a side hustle to help you out with that, that's cool. Do all that, but just stay focused on the main goal, what you want to get. You know what I'm saying? Put your mind to it, you can do it. So
I think a big problem with, like, I don't want to say like my kids' generation and maybe like the one right before them, a problem that I see is, and it's not necessarily a problem, it's just different. They don't like waiting for shit. Like they need instant connection. They need instant gratification, like right then and there. And they're not down. They're not motivated to go down that hard road because they're looking for the easiest way to do it. And there's something to be said about that mindset. Like the laziest hacker is the best hacker, because they're the ones that are going to get the job done the simplest way. Yeah. And so there's something to be said, but there's also that point where, all right, you have to learn a skill. you had to learn a skill to be able, and then
No, I get it.
it's not just all instant. And I think that's gonna be the biggest challenge, the biggest hurdle for my kids' generation. Is
So
just
I will say this though, and I think one of the biggest scams is people pushing college, because we're kind of stuck in that mindset we have to go to college.
Okay, yeah.
But yeah,
that's
you're
the thing.
trying to go for it.
Yeah, that's what I was
There's
exactly. What I was
Yeah,
gonna
just
say.
let Dave talk because he's been doing
I'm trying to say it before I fucking forget.
This is that part. There's nothing wrong with doing a trade, dude, at all. And I think that when we were younger, people were saying, go to college, go to college, go to college. Now, degrees don't mean shit. You know?
shifting.
Like, why is someone going to college, getting a degree, they can't get a fucking job with their degree? It's bullshit. You know what I mean? Because no one said, hey, get a trade. Because plumbers make mad money. Mechanics make mad money. Bro, motherfuckers who pick up trash, they make like 70,000 a year, dog. Picking up trash, man. That's not, and it's like, bro, there's nothing wrong with that. So I think that's what the problem was. But go ahead, Dave. Now that you can, now I'll put you on the right track.
Fucking so as far as like degrees and everything go, like going to college and everything, do not go to college because it's the thing to do. Like after high school, you're like, oh, what's after high school? College. Like
Right.
have a fucking plan. Like don't go to college for fucking general studies or, fucking criminal justice, but you don't have like a career field in mind.
Or
Don't do
passion
that
for
shit
that.
because then you're just gonna go through these years of college and put yourself in debt that you're never gonna be like paid off. Like
Well,
that's
the
all.
thing
Dave,
is,
but
we
Dave,
can-
I don't
we
know
can-
what I want to do.
Well, the thing
That's
is, we can.
that's the thing you get a lot.
The
That's
thing
what
is,
I'm saying, it's like-
we kind of attest to that because none of us went to college. I mean, shit at high
Right
school.
after high
none
school,
of us.
yeah.
Yeah,
So
that's what I'm saying.
me and
It's like,
Jakey didn't go to college. Bobby
No.
joined the military, and I think you joined the military a few
he was
years
in for
after.
6 years, right? 6 years.
6, yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, it's fine. It's like if you don't know what you want to do, that's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. Like
Right.
welcome to reality. None of us know what we want to do most of the time.
There you go. That's the point I want to get across.
Like don't just fucking go to college for no fucking reason. Like that's that. And then as far as like Jakey, what you were touching on is like, so starting off from the beginning, our parents' generation and shit, and then compared to ours, we grew up with pretty much the invention of technology. Like all four of
Yeah.
us are older than the internet.
Yeah.
Yep.
Like we were alive before the internet was invented. And then
Mm.
so we grew up with that shit and we know how to do it. And that's why to this day your parents will ask you like, how do I do this? How do I do this? How the fuck
Yeah.
do I sign out of Amazon? Bullshit like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then like you're looking at this next generation, like Jakey, like your kids,
Yep.
it's like they know how to fucking like pull up YouTube and shit like that and everything. Like they know how to do everything. And people look at it like, oh, technology is such a bad thing. But I mean, I'm saying the only way that'll turn out being a bad thing is if the fucking apocalypse happens and the internet shuts down and everything's wrong. Because these kids are growing up knowing technology, and it sucks
Yeah.
right now because they're a pain in the ass and they don't go outside and they don't learn like the fucking skills that we were fortunate enough to learn as far as like playing in the dirt and getting hurt and shit like that.
Just interpersonal
But-
skills, man. That's the biggest
but-
one. That's the only drawback, I think.
But they're growing up with technology that we're just experiencing now and we're adults. So
Mhm.
they're going to be even better prepared for, the future and shit like that.
Right.
God
Well, yeah,
willing,
it's like-
that the future is bright and shit.
It's like alchemy, right? You can't get something from nothing. So
Yeah.
there's always that give and take. So where they are better at using the technology to make their lives more efficient, they lack a bit in the social side of things.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. But I mean, there's pros and cons to everything. Cause I mean, you look at other people, they're like, oh, they're not going outside and playing the dirt like I did when I was younger. It's like, yeah, because you didn't have shit to do inside your house.
Well, do you
Right.
think that
Like-
that leads to more autistic kids?
No.
That's a topic I have
No.
no idea
No.
about.
What do you mean, Mike? Just because they have the technology, they're autistic?
Well, I mean, if you have less social skills, you're considered autistic, right?
If
No,
you-
I mean, I figure
I don't
autistic's-
think so.
yeah,
I think it's like
figure
a
autistic's a disease that gives you
yeah.
like
I think it's like
Social
a
issues.
chromosomal. I think
Yeah.
it's like you have a different set of
So it's
chromosomes.
genetic. So you're not
I
saying
mean,
it's
so.
social.
Yeah, I
no,
would assume
autism
it's
is
in your
absolutely
genetics.
genetic because that I mean.
So you don't
fucking,
think that a person that hasn't been introduced to like a social setting for, say, from 4 years old to 9 years old has a less.
I think that if you take an autistic person in 2020 and an autistic person in year 2000 and you compared them, with the same level of autism, yes, I think that you're correct. I think that not having that social interaction with people and being autistic makes you seem even more autistic, if that makes sense. But if
Right.
you're in
No.
2000 and you have a little bit more of like that your forced social interaction, even though you're the same amount of autism, you're being exposed to it from an
Well, that's what I'm
earlier
saying.
age.
Over time,
But I don't think it's
genetically-
creating more autistic children. I don't think
No.
that. I think that
I
it's
don't think
just
so, no.
kind of just
It's a
embellishing
byproduct.
or
It's a byproduct.
Yeah.
Because it comes down to. I don't want to push this word, but anonymity, being anonymous on the internet, whatever, pretty much.
Yeah.
Like having that thought in your mind saying, I can do and say whatever the fuck I want on the internet because no one's ever gonna find me. Having that, people are their interpersonal skills are lacking because there's no repercussions. Like back then when we were younger, someone said some shit to you, you're probably gonna fight them. You know what I'm saying? Well, they're probably gonna get in trouble, one of the two.
Yeah.
But since there's all that, since you can be anonymous on the internet, and no one's really gonna track you down like that unless your parents are monitoring you, that leads to shitty situations to where like when they get face to face somebody, like, yo, you can't say shit to somebody's face, dude. Like that's not. I wouldn't say it's politically correct, but it's just you're being an asshole, you know. Like it's just like I should fuck you up right now, but I'm not going to because I'm a better person because I know what's right and wrong. You know, you obviously don't because you don't have those personal skills with people. So, I mean, and that kind of goes into gaming as a kid and gaming as an adult. You know what I'm saying? So like when we were gaming online, bro, like we play Halo 2, man, didn't heard everything on the fucking book. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's
Inward this, inward
yeah.
this, inward that. Fuck you. You know what I'm saying? Your mom's a hoe. I fucked your mom. Whatever.
That's
You know what
where
I'm saying?
mom jokes originate.
Yeah,
bro.
that's what I'm saying. But like back then, though, when we were gaming coming up, we still went outside, so we still knew what was acceptable to say to people. You know what I'm saying?
We still knew what you said would get you effed up.
Yeah, we
you know
never
what I'm
had
saying?
Instagram. We were born on like MySpace, and then like when we grew up,
Right,
kid, Facebook came up.
right.
And-
But what I'm saying is, though, like going back to your personal skills and stuff like that, or what you were saying about being autistic, whatever it's gonna be, is when we were children, we kind of learned through video games plus being outside. You know what I'm saying? So like we can say shit online, but we knew we couldn't say shit to a person
yeah.
in real life because we get fucked up, you know? And so as an adult now, you might talk a little shit, but it's more or less like a joke that kind of, we're not gonna, you know, I'm not gonna come to your fucking
Sarcastic.
house, you know what I'm saying? Like, we're not saying we're gonna fuck your mom. Like, it's like come on. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro,
We're
you're
more clever. We're
yeah,
clever
you're a
nowadays.
fucking adult. But
Yeah.
Yeah.
for kids coming up though, they'll say that shit. And then they'll say that shit in public thinking they can do that. But the problem is you ain't got no screen to hide behind, so you're gonna get fucked up, you know? So
Yeah, even if you're a kid, it's taking to fuck my mom and catch these hands in real life. I don't care if you're 5 years old.
Yo, you're gonna get roundhouse, little
past your bedtime
5-year-old boy.
anyways. But yeah, so I mean, yeah, like I said, so that's what I think. You know, like it's just those interpersonal skills, we don't have them there. So it's just like
That's up to
it's a
us, though.
toss-up.
Honestly, I mean, it's true that it's happening, but in order to fix it, that's our job. Like as a parent of the next generation, I feel like it's my duty to not just my kids, but all of their peers to
Yeah.
just be like a role model and just show them like how you're actually supposed to communicate. Like I talk to kids like
Mhm.
the Jasleen and Jayliana's friends, like I'll talk to them like they're on my level. You know what I mean? Like I'll have a conversation with them, like not like they're a kid who's on an iPad all
That's how you should
24
do
hours
it.
a day. I talk to them.
Yeah,
like
but
they're
that's a deep
member of
web,
society. Well, I mean,
because you can try to do that, but if their parents are pieces of shit, then
Right.
their main
Well,
feed is
I mean,
shit.
but-
Well, that's why.
If their
That's
parents are
why
pieces
you
of-
whoop their parents' ass in front of them.
Yeah,
And
okay.
then be
that
like,
makes
You can
sense.
get it
This
too,
is what's gonna happen to
motherfucker.
you.
You can get it
So-
too.
So from a realistic standpoint, though, just don't associate with parents like that.
Yeah.
Like those kids are too far gone because their parents are already shitty. You know?
Yeah.
Right.
But the thing
Well-
is, how do you control who your kid hangs out with, though?
You don't.
don't.
What you got to do is you got to hope that you raise them well enough to where they.
I know my
Those
mom
types of
every
people.
day she's like, Jake, I don't know why you hang out with Jakey. He's a piece of shit. Like ever since kindergarten, I was like, Jakey is a bad apple.
Yo,
He's a
your
piece
mom
of
loves
shit.
me, dog. Your mom loves me, bro. Hey, Laura.
Bro, my mom watched the podcast and she was like, I don't like that Jakey guy. He's
Yeah, there's
There's
something
something off about
wrong.
Dave,
yeah.
I don't. Dave, your mom is a little biased because of that thing that I said on Vox. What about
fair,
Dave's
that's
mom?
fair.
I was like, oh shit!
That's
I
true,
turned my
that's true.
phone off, bro. I turned my phone off.
all right,
That's
but
fair. Fuck that. Back
but
to gaming as a
seriously,
kid.
but seriously. So, gaming nowadays,
You have a
going off of
straw,
gaming
Bobby?
as a kid.
Sorry, do it again. Is that a straw, dude?
No, it's
Mix
like
it.
a fucking like
He's mixing up his
So
vape
what is
juice.
kebab stick. I don't know
Why
why.
you have
I
a
have it on my
kebab
desk.
stick?
I don't know
bro?
why it's on my desk, dude.
That's why you
It's-
stick down your penis hole. Get,
Yo,
it-
what
get
the
off.
fuck is wrong with you?
All right, let me cut that home.
Yeah, an hour 30.
Anyways, but talking about gaming as a kid versus gaming as an adult, it's so fucking funny now because like obviously we all game, but you run into kids that were your fucking age when we started gaming and shit. And it's just like, I don't know about y'all, but it kills me when they say like say they haven't heard your voice yet, right? The first thing that bothers me is they call you kid. You're like get fucked, kid, or some shit like that. And then you get on the mic, it's like, motherfucker, I'm old enough to be your goddamn dad.
Bitch, you're a kid.
Yeah, that shit blows my fucking mind. But also the main difference I've noticed is that these kids are so much better at gaming than I was when I was their age. Like,
I was
Oh,
a fucking
that's
monster. Speak
that
for
is-
yourself.
fuck.
that. Is, no.
Yeah,
I'm
Halo
better.
You
2,
don't-
I was
you don't-
you see me at Halo
Dude,
2.
You don't have that
and I'll
fast
fucking
switch no
snipe-
more,
I'll
dog.
snipe your
Yeah, fucking-
I was
You don't-
better then. I was better then than I am now.
That's what I'm saying. So like, imagine
Bro,
imagine
no.
playing right and getting shit on, and this kid's talking like, "Get good." You're like, "This is the best I am, motherfucker." All right.
it's like, I'm not in my prime
I have
anymore.
a
motherfucker.
mortgage and I have a wife. You
Right,
dickhead.
dog.
I
How much
can't
you
play
fucking
9
get it?
hours a day.
How
Like,
much
you
get a
gonna pay these
goddamn
bills?
job?
You gonna pay these fucking bills?
How about you shut the fuck up,
Get
virgin?
a goddamn job. Yeah, you call him a virgin, dude.
You know what's better than me? You know what the difference between me and you, kid? I've had sex, and I also don't live with my fucking mom. So
Right.
fuck you.
right.
Right.
But all of those comebacks are pathetic because you're talking.
Yeah,
about
100%. You look
Yeah,
like,
that's
you look
the-
weak as fuck.
Because you're the one going to bed at night just like, oh, what the fuck? And they're going to bed just happy that they shit on you.
Right.
Just yeah. My
Like,
my
it's
the one that got me
ridiculous.
to my soul. If someone finessed me and they're like, sit down, I'll be like, oh, I'm gonna stand up right now.
Especially with
you
that,
told me.
with that high pitched crackly voice, dude. Every time, man.
Sit down. Dude,
But-
that's what triggered me the most.
It sucks too because like if there's game chat involved, like the new Call of Duty, where there's like game chat shit and they hear your voice, it's like, God, you probably live in your mom's basement. Then you're just like,
The thing is, there's no
Like, nope.
better like shit show than Halo 2
Oh my god.
gameplay.
No,
Like
dog.
if you grew up in the game
Nah, dog.
the Halo 2 gameplay era,
You're a friend of
that's-
mine.
bro,
Bro,
no, I
Bro,
mean,
these kids are soft these days, man.
you say that, but I mean, I'll be as cliche as it is. Like early Call of Duty game chat was the fucking most brutal
well, yeah,
shit.
you're talking
Bro.
about Modern Warfare.
Well, because you took
Bro.
all the guys from Halo and
They grew up
brought
2
them
years.
over to Call of Duty.
No, so
That
It
shit
was
was
definitely-
rough.
it was definitely young adults and teenagers on Call of Duty as opposed to Halo. Like, and it was just like, dude, what's going on, guys? Shut up, you N-word. Like, yo, my man, you didn't even know me, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? You sound like an
Like
N-word.
say it in real life, I
Yeah.
bet you won't.
Yeah,
Hard R.
yeah, hard R. Take him to the doctor. You know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, man, I feel like as I'm like gaming as an adult, you know what I'm saying? When people talk shit, like outside of like, you know, like if they're better than you, obviously it hurts, but you're more upset that they're actually better than you as opposed to talking shit, you know?
Yeah.
Talking
Oh,
shit's kinda just-
absolutely. Fuck
It's like,
yeah.
it's like a little
Yeah.
extra added layer, but it's not like it's not detrimental, whatever, you know.
But
But,
see, the thing is like these kids, they talk shit and you know they're good and everything, but they don't have the experience that we have.
No.
All right, we got experience. All right, we grew up with video games. Not also that is like we grew up in a fucked up time, man. It's like we were fucking killing it on video games, talking shit to people, and then also this was like the era of fucking like y'all remember Two Girls One Cup,
Oh god.
Oh yeah.
bruh.
I think I've
It's like-
seen like 4 seconds of that
seen.
video.
I still have not seen the whole thing.
No,
Y'all see all
fuck
the,
no.
like the y'all remember
Still
like
have
all
not
the
seen the whole
alternate
thing.
versions? They're like 8 girls, 2 cups. Like what is this? What is happening?
No.
That was a fucked up time period, bro. It's like we grew up with, like, bro. I need
Kazaa.
like
We
Bro,
grew up
my-
with
I was
Kazaa.
about to
need my-
say that. I was about to
I
say
need
that,
my
Justin.
combat patches,
Bro.
dog. It's like I'm talking about like 2 girls, 1 cup, fucking Pain Olympics.
Oh my god.
We gave our
Pain
computer
Olympics,
aids
dog.
Olympics,
for,
bro.
to watch these weird fucking
Yeah.
Fucking LimeWire, bro.
LimeWire, dude. That shit
LimeWire.
was
yeah.
just open
Dude,
the
Dog.
floodgates.
LimeWire, you would download something, as a 13-year-old kid, you with internet
Anything you
access.
want.
Oh,
dude,
not only that,
anything
not only
you
that,
want,
not only
right?
that. It's like you're downloading something on motherfucking dial-up. So it's like
No.
you download something and then
Nah,
you're
I
like,
No,
when's
no,
this
I-
done?
It was broadband, but
Well,
it was
I
like
mean,
it was
like, it
still
was-
56K.
I mean, it was
wasn't
slow as
moving.
shit comparatively
You
to
weren't
what we
moving.
have
moving.
now.
You weren't moving.
You would see, you remember the 2 folders and you see the paper move to
Yeah.
one folder?
Yeah.
It's gonna take
I mean-
24 days.
I mean, this is
Okay,
back
I'll
when
wait.
this was back when you pulled up Microsoft Word and you had that little paperclip pop up. Like, how can I help?
Oh
Yeah.
shit,
Like,
dog.
Yo, to be honest, I still never trust those progress bars. Because remember, the progress bar would be right here, and then it'll go, and then
Yeah.
like, yo, I never trust progress bars. Still.
Bro, how do you lose progress? My
Wait.
favorite one was like, you got a progress bar. I'm like, is that bitch moving? So you put the mouse like right on the fucking thing, and you see it move. Like, okay,
Yeah,
we're good.
fuck
It didn't,
yeah,
it didn't
dude.
pause. We're good. We're
Like,
good.
all right, we're still down.
Do y'all remember BME Olympics? Is that what it
Oh
was called?
god, yeah.
The Pain Olympics, yeah.
Pain
Pain
Olympics.
Pain
Pain
Olympics.
Olympics.
He
Yeah,
took the hatchet, bro. Oh,
Alright,
gave himself a
chill out.
vasectomy.
bro. No, it was highlights, bro. There was Hatchet. There was the fucking meat tenderizer. Literally meat tenderizer. Like, where he's just beating this fucking.
no.
Bro, there was the sandbox video where dude is like shoving something enormous like down his
Yeah,
shaft
alright.
or whatever.
Wait. It
go
was
into graphic
was it
details.
E-bomb? It was E-bomb's World.
E-bombs
Yeah.
world
used to
and
go to?
E-bombs world. E fucked.
Yeah.
E-Bomb's
Oh.
World wasn't that bad, but there was
No, there was another site that I used to go to.
Rotten.com. Rotten.com.
Rotten,
was-
yeah.
Rotten.com.
Oh,
yes,
Rotten.com
yeah,
was the
bro.
worst.
that one.
It was like
Everyone
a shotgun
in our
to the
generation knows
face
about
type of thing.
Rotten.com.
Bro, I've
Yes.
been on that website twice, and I was like, this ain't for me.
Yo, shit. is
This ain't for
crazy.
me.
I was like, yeah.
Oh, but did you guys ever hear? All right, so I forget the name of the actual website, but it was wowomg.com.
Nope,
No,
never.
guys ever hear about that?
No.
All right, so like it was wowomg.com. People would post like, oh, oh my god, I can't believe this, blah blah blah, and then you go to wowomg.com. It's a link. You click it, and it redirects you to fucking meatspin.com.
Meat spin.
No.
It's a
Meatspin.com.
dude just doing a helicopter, isn't it?
Yeah,
Oh
it's
my
a dude that's jumping on top of a penis
Oh my god.
and his meat spinning and shit.
Did you?
It was-
Is that like so? That's like lemonparty.org.
Bro, no.
Oh,
like-
that's the old people, right?
No,
The
no,
old
no, no,
people
no, no,
fucking- Yeah.
no. The worst one,
See,
dog.
That's our generation. We
The
remember
worst
all
one,
this
dog.
shit.
Hold on. The worst one, Tub Girl.
Tub girl. I was about to
Oh,
bring that up.
man.
too.
Wait.
I don't
know.
I remember the name of it, but what one was it? I forget.
She's like in the
That where she
bathtub.
shit on
It was
herself?
like a
Yeah.
bird's eye
Shit on
view.
herself.
It was like
She
a
shit on
drone.
herself.
Like
Yeah,
they had
yeah.
a drone.
She shit
The
on
drone
herself.
was
Oh
above
my
her,
god, dude. Tub
and
Girl.
it was just
dog.
like a fountain. It was
Oh
disgusting.
man.
And then there was did you see One Guy, One Jar?
Yeah, that was part of the
I
BME
haven't-
Olympics.
I haven't seen that.
That's
He-
part of the
He's
BME Olympics.
shoving like an empty bottle of like jelly or something.
It's an empty
Like,
mason
the
jar.
glass. Yeah, he's
Empty
shoving
glass
it up his
mason jar.
ass. But then his muscular fucking asshole just crushes the jar, makes it explode.
It's some
And then there's
muscular
glass.
asshole though. You had to go
Yeah,
that
and
far.
then, and then he's just sitting there like pulling the glass out of his ass.
Okay,
It's one of the
alright,
ones that's
enough.
more. It's one of the ones that's more bearable to watch, to be honest. As weird
How
as
is
that
that
sounds,
bearable?
What?
because
I never saw that.
because in
never
all
seen that either.
honesty, that's less gross to me than someone fucking diarrheaing into a cup and some girl fucking. I'm gonna throw up just talking.
They
about
said it was pudding though.
eating it.
Doesn't matter.
No, it
Putting
was
out of her
one those-
ass like that.
Doesn't
Oh,
doesn't
God,
matter.
I'm
what it
literally
was.
getting sick thinking about it. My eyes are
It
watering.
was
so.
it was shortly after all
Holy
of those
shit.
different like little pockets of the dark internet, right? It was all the beheading videos. Like when Al Qaeda found out that
Yeah.
people were watching this shit.
No, speaking
How
of
many
that,
beheading videos came out?
that's actually this is something that I honestly love talking about because like Rob, I know you watched it too. I recently just watched it, and it was one of the best documentaries I've ever seen.
Oh,
Fucking
yeah.
Don't Fuck with Cats on
Oh,
Netflix.
I did watch that. Yeah.
I
That's
haven't
good.
watched it yet.
Yeah.
I haven't watched it yet.
What
But
a good
it's
Wow,
on my
you're a
list.
dickhead, Jakey. We can't even talk about it. Huh?
It's on my
Yeah.
list. Go ahead.
So-
talk about it. I don't care.
So here's where it comes down to.
I mean,
This is before YouTube, right? So for the listeners here, especially the younger ones,
no, this was during YouTube.
no, before
Younger
YouTube.
ones. Hope we don't
It's-
have young kids
it
listening.
was
to this.
during-
People younger than
It
us.
was
People
during-
younger
it
than
was-
us. No, because
it was like as soon as YouTube started. That's when
it was before
It
YouTube
started
because
before a little bit. Yeah.
because there was no centralized like video uploading platform. I mean, don't fuck with Cats was,
Yeah,
but like
yeah, that's
all the
right,
other
that's right,
shit,
yeah, yeah.
all the other shit, like E-Bombs World, whatever. That was just some random shit that you uploaded videos to. You, know
You
what
could
I'm
go to
saying?
E-Bombs World at school.
Yeah. So this is what I'm saying. Like before they had like regulated videos you could upload and stuff like that. Because Rotten.com don't exist no more because no one wants to host those videos anymore. Because why the fuck would they want to? You know, this is back then when it was a Wild Wild West, bro. It was like
Yeah.
you could see anything on this bitch. You know, so that's just crazy. The evolution of the internet from then until now. You know,
Well, the thing is, there is the dark web. Have you guys been on the dark web?
Yeah,
No.
the
I haven't
onion
been
router,
on-
the onion router network is the only way to access it. You have to have a Tor browser, and you have to.
I don't
know,
even know
like,
what that is.
It's basically like a
please,
mesh
Jake, explain the
network.
steps so they can do it.
So it's I'm not gonna explain how to get there because first of all, if you want to find something in the dark web, you have to have an address, a specific address that's like this long. It's like 128 characters, and in order to get to where you want to get to, you have to know it because there's no like Google for the dark web. You can't just search hitman for hire and find someone to kill someone for you. You have
Right.
to know his exact address. But the onion router
Mm.
network basically is a mesh network using nodes. So everyone that has the Tor browser installed acts as a node, and every node is a mesh network. So your source address is always moving. It's constantly moving, so it can't be tracked.
It's crazy.
I mean, it can be tracked if you're the FBI and you're going to track someone on the onion router network, and you find that one person that you want to track. You have to cross-reference a bunch of data, and you can find that person. But I mean, there's so many people using it that there's no point unless you're like if you're
Like
if
terrorism.
you're doing like stuff illegal, like terrorism.
Yeah.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
So it's crazy that back in the day with like Rotten.com and like Ebon's World and all of these efucked, all these websites.
Jakey, sorry.
that was- Go ahead.
You were kind of glitching out a little.
Give me like a 5-second pause before you get into it.
All right.
It helps me edit it out.
Okay. So it's crazy how like Rotten.com, Ebon's World, and efucked, all these like crazy like fringe websites kind of was like the beginning of the darknet, and then now you have like stuff like the Onion Router network that it evolved into. Is crazy, and it's even crazier to think about like at I think the national average, like at any given time, there's like 10 to 15 active serial killers, and I wonder like if there's like a guild on the dark network, like the dark web, like a guild of serial killers will like check in and be like, "Hey Bob, how many people you killed today?" "Oh, it's kind of dry this month, but
Wait, have you guys seen
fucking-
you on Netflix?
You seen what on Netflix?
What is it?
You.
You.
No, I heard that it was good.
I tried
So-
watching. I fell asleep the first 5 seconds. So
So
it's
I
like, I'm
thought
not
it was
saying
gonna
it's
be
bad.
like a little like girly love thing type of thing, but it's actually pretty good. We're on season 2. It's
Mhm.
actually a pretty good series on.
I saw the
Netflix.
first half of the first season, but I haven't. Me and Kayla have always meant to go back and watch it, but we
Yeah, it's
haven't.
pretty good. It's about what we're talking about. So
Nah, I figured.
But
it
yeah,
was.
it's like it's weird because like back then, obviously, like going back to like Don't Fuck with Cats, like that's how. Not even just like killing people, because snuff videos like still exist to this day.
Mhm.
But it's like you go back and like serial killers started that way. It's like they'll just imagine if like back in fucking like Ted Bundy, Jeffrey Dahmer days, they had the internet. Like
Man.
imagine that shit, bro. Those motherfuckers have been running wild on the
Well,
internet.
no. I think that's the opposite though. That's why they didn't get caught for so long because there wasn't internet. It was
Actually,
just
yeah.
It was a straight news press. That's
'Cause
why I think serial killers were more rampant back then because it's like, bro, you can catch a body and just fucking move away and no one will ever fucking know until
no
40 years
yeah.
later when you slipped up and you fucking didn't get your last victim or whatever the case may be.
Yeah, I think
That's the crazy
difference.
part about it.
That's the difference with like old serial, or I shouldn't say old, I should say actual serial killers, and then for example, Luca Magnotta from Don't Fuck with Cats, is that the other serial killers were genuinely like obsessed with killing, but this Luca dude just wanted to be famous.
Yeah.
Like he wanted to be a movie star.
Infamous.
No,
Yeah,
he
infamous.
wanted
But
to be famous. Like
yeah,
he
he
wanted
wanted
to
to
be a
be
movie
famous,
star.
but he became infamous. Yeah.
Yeah, he became infamous, but he wanted to be. Spoiler: he wanted to be Sharon Stone. That's what he wanted to be.
Jesus Christ, what a weird person.
No, it's like so. It's
He
not
was
the
a fucking
documentary.
weirdo, man.
It's not the documentary that's crazy. It's this dude's story is what's nuts. Because it's like, bro, what? The whole
It
the
was
whole thing
so
that went through.
it was so genius, but unintentionally. All he did was follow a movie plot,
Yeah.
and that's what made it so fucking genius. It's because no one was like, "Holy fuck, he's following this fucking movie." Like it
You
was
know what?
crazy.
But that goes to people saying fact is stranger than fiction because fiction is confounded to our imagination. That's what made that's the crazy part about him. Like, you're like, is a serial killer? Like for real? Like, you know what I'm saying? He was doing this, that, and third. Like, there's no way, dude. There's no way you can do that because in our brains, we can't even come up with something like that's. It sounds outrageous to us. You know, that's what's crazy about it.
But that ended up being his downfall is that he wanted to be famous so bad. He didn't get a
Yeah.
chance to be a serial killer. He killed one person, but he was so obsessed with himself that he kept checking like how fucking infamous he was and how much the cops wanted him and everything. He had to
Yeah.
watch the news and everything like that, and that's what ended up being his downfall. That's what separates
Wow.
him from the other serial killers because other serial killers kept it on the down low and shit. That shit was
That's crazy.
I mean, it's just wild thinking about it. It's just like
It's nuts.
because the internet now is obviously, I won't even say so regulated. You can still find your fucking like loopholes and shit like that. But holy fuck, man. It's like, it's weird to say, but it's hard to not. I mean, it's obviously like, what's the word? It's hard. It's hard to not be intrigued with serial killers. Like,
No,
that's
it
why
is.
that's why their documentaries are so fucking like most watched and everything. Cause these guys, like, they're pure fucking evil, but they're all smart as fuck.
It's
Like,
the
it's
curiosity.
crazy.
It's the curiosity from people who want to know. You
It's
know,
so
The thing
crazy.
is, they're not that smart. They're a little bit above average, but they think in such a way it's so different from what
they're
no
they're
one feels like.
methodical, and that's why
Yeah.
like if it's like let's take Dexter for example. That dude. The reason why I mean the show kind of sucked because they kept playing on him being caught, but like he was consistent the whole time, you know. So like that's why he was able to do what he was doing
God,
because
what
I
a
never
good
watched
show,
it,
dude.
so
Oh my, what a
I only
good
watched
fucking-
the
It was
first 3
I think
episodes.
I think I watched
Are you
the
serious?
first season. It was a good. It was.
I'm
good.
sorry, first 3 seasons. I'm sorry, not episodes.
Bro,
3 seasons.
season 4, the best fucking season of
So
any TV show. It was
here's how I feel.
amazing.
Here's how I feel about it though. Only problem I didn't have with it was the first season off the fucking chain, but I started watching when it was already like kind of. I was like a couple seasons behind. When they're like, "What if I get caught? What if I get caught?" It's like, bro, you're not gonna get fucking caught. You have 2 more seasons here. Like to me, that was like they kept playing that card, and it just got old really quick because you know, like I left my knife bag here. What if she finds out? It's like you're gonna fucking kill her anyways. Doesn't matter. You know what I'm saying? So
Nah, bro,
it
you gotta
got
give
played
that show
out.
a chance, man. You have
The
to.
first
Like,
3
that-
seasons were good though, but after that,
the
Black
fourth season, bro, is
after
the
that
best.
black dude died, it was over for me, dog. Surprise,
Oh my
motherfucker.
Hey,
god,
is-
that's how
is-
you always are, bro.
So-
What the
same thing with Tyrese on Walking
Yeah.
Dead.
No, I was done once.
No,
when-
it
I was
wasn't.
done
It
with
wasn't
Glenn.
Tyrese. It was because Glenn kept living.
Yeah,
that's what pissed him off.
Yeah,
Mm.
it's lazy
yeah.
writing. It's lazy writing. Sorry.
Tyrese's death in The Walking Dead was hands down the most annoying, worst fucking death in any television series.
It was
'Cause
stupid.
Tyrese was a good character. though. I
You
like
knew
his
this
character.
mother. Oh, he was. They should have kept him alive, in my opinion. But you knew he was dead from the last episode, and then they kept him alive for a fucking hour.
Yeah, it was stupid. It
It's
was
like,
just stupid.
dog, it's fucking annoying. But Dexter, bro, you at least watch season 4. You can quit watching after that. John Lithgow is the best TV villain, hands down.
I was
It's
just
so
stupid.
fucking good.
Over
So
Heisenberg.
Let me ask y'all.
The
Let me
Trinity
ask y'all,
Killer, bro. The Trinity Killer.
Well,
Best
Heisenberg was
TV
dope,
villain.
though. But let me ask y'all a question.
Heisenberg, I mean, no, bro, no. Trinity Killer, telling you,
Breaking Bad.
the
was
best
mid.
TV villain.
Hot take.
Wait,
Let me ask y'all a question though. Let me ask y'all.
Wait, Rob, what, Rob, what did you say?
Breaking Bad was mid.
You're an idiot.
Wasn't good.
I respect
You're
Heisenberg.
like-
good?
I respect the way that show went down
But why
from
did it take so long for him to even fucking ramp up? It was like 3 seasons before he even fucking got to the point of him
Bro,
doing
He's
all
a
that
fu-
shit.
he was a family man, bro.
Yeah.
What
He
is
had-
wrong
he
with
had
you,
a-
bro?
Speed it up.
That show
Speed it up.
was the perfect evolution of old
shit
man
was
dying to
boring.
cancer to fucking supervillain.
Shit
Yes.
was mid,
Yes.
dog. It was boring. I'm sorry.
Bro,
That was
no,
like-
that is
no
one of the
way.
best,
That was
the best
I
TV
think
shows,
I agree. Yeah.
hands down.
Good for you. Congratulations.
The first
I didn't like it.
episode to the last episode.
How
it
much
was
did you watch?
fucking-
I watched like 3 seasons. I'm like, this shit's fucking boring, man.
Oh,
Like,
you
get to the
should've-
good
no
shit.
way.
Bro, the last season is
if
only
it's-
like 6 episodes
If it
long.
takes
was
3
just
seasons
pure
to get to the
genius.
fucking point, why am I wasting my time?
You're
Why?
you're
Time
just
out,
an
time out.
impatient ass
Character
individual.
Why?
dog.
Time out.
That is the perfect TV
That's
show.
like, okay, it's like watching an anime show.
my God.
The first 3 episodes, if it's not good, you're going to turn it off, right? Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay,
But
so
that's
I gave it
anime.
3
That's
seasons. I
only
gave it
anime.
3
That's only
seasons.
anime.
I gave it 3 seasons, though.
Bro, Vince Gilligan is a genius, bro. Like that TV show is one of the best TV shows to this day.
Dave,
It's not that
Dave,
good
you're not
to me.
gonna convince him here. This is not where you do it. So here's
It's just-
a question for y'all. Going back to serial killers.
I can't edit me out. Edit me out.
Seriously, is an assassin a serial killer?
No.
Someone who's paid
Yes.
to
No.
kill people.
No.
And
No.
he
Yes.
kills multiple people. He
No.
just gets paid for it. Is he a
Yes.
serial killer?
no.
No.
Because you're
All
missing
right,
the
I want to hear
definition.
I want to hear
No.
Justin's take on it.
Yeah, I do want to
wanna
hear Justice's
on it.
take.
What's the definition of a serial killer?
Someone
Someone who
who
kills people in the series.
people, but there's similarities through all of them. Like, so say this dude steals fucking shoes. If he kills people and he steals their shoes, you have a serial killer because it's something in there is consistent throughout the killings. And an assassin probably
I don't
just
know about
fucking
that.
shoots a
Wait,
motherfucker.
Justin, I have
Poison-
one.
Assassin has a common
Poison
denominator.
motherfucker.
By
I have one as well.
He's a professional. That's,
Okay,
that's
go
it
ahead,
though.
Dave. I don't agree. Yeah, that's bad.
Okay,
you're
so-
wrong, Bobby. You're stupid.
Google it.
Judging-
Google it then, bitch.
Judging from studies of serial killers, right? When you go through serial killers, I'm talking about like fucking Jeffrey Dahmer, Ted Bundy, fucking the Morris killers, all that shit like that. And then like, and even Luca Magnotta, you can tell just by his personality and shit. They never actually did like a physical study because he's still alive. But it's what is that fucking part in your brain?
amygdala.
Amduga Alamagada.
Yes, that one.
There
That
you
one.
go. Water
Okay,
in your
so-
mouth,
Your
bitch.
cerebellum.
Serial killers actually like they have like they lack that part of their brain
no
that gives them
sympathy.
empathy.
Oh, they're a sociopath.
It's what creates a psychopath.
No, sociopath lacks empathy.
Sociopath
Psychopath
lacks
is-
empathy, but psychopath lacks empathy and some other shit. It's like there's two
Yeah.
parts because I saw a study on it. They lack 2 parts of that part of their brain, so they don't feel anything. So that's why they're so like. It's not that they're interested in killing. It's just that they finally
That gives them that release.
they can do
So-
it and they don't feel
So
anything.
do you not think that a killer trained to do that lacks that?
No, I think a killer trained to do that was
Is
one.
trained to do that because of what?
was one.
He lacks that.
I'm
correct?
trying to tell you is that they were trained and raised to do that,
But how do they do that? Because they lack what?
Well, it depends on. Hold on, wait.
no, dude.
No. I see
the
what.
difference with assassins is. Okay, look, because then you're saying that people that join the military and go into combat, they lack empathy because they can kill somebody. It's not like that. It's that it's their job. Like that's their
But-
job.
No,
Like,
you
so-
don't go into the military to kill people. You become
Yeah.
assassin to kill people.
You
Here's-
become
here's-
trained
There's
to
a
kill
difference
people.
there. Yeah.
Here's the thing, though.
You
Now,
have the
so-
possibility of killing someone in the military, but
Okay,
as
so
you
you're telling
become
me
an
they're just
assassin-
gonna. Okay, so when you're saying you're an assassin, you're just gonna pull somebody off the street, like you down to kill people? Yeah. Okay. Well, can you go kill this guy? I'll pay you money. No, they're trained to do
No,
it.
it doesn't.
Yeah,
Most
it doesn't happen.
most
like that.
actual real life assassins are ex-military. Like they're ex-special forces, some shit, like
you don't think-
contractors.
you don't think someone that can pull the trigger on someone lacks empathy or sympathy
No,
to some
No.
degree?
I don't think so.
To some degree.
No.
No, Justin, that's my job. Should
If
I
it's- if
deploy?
it's-
I would have to kill somebody.
So that goes until for survival. Then, if it came out to you or him and you
That's
killed somebody,
survival. That's
it's
not
the same
assassin.
concept, though. It's
No, it's not.
You
It's the
have
same
to pull
concept
the,
that you pulling the trigger.
you have
though.
to pull the trigger and kill somebody.
No, and as an assassin, you're putting yourself in that position, and you know that you're going into that. You're knowing you're.
All right,
doing
hold
that.
on.
Okay, have you ever
Let's-
seen the movie The Hurt Locker?
Yes.
Okay, so that guy got so
Terrible
used to killing.
representation.
It
of
was
that guy, by the way.
it was the only thing that he knew. Like it's the only thing he knew how to do. So you're looking at like, okay, like don't
But was
take
he
don't
not
take
messed up
assassin.
mentally?
If you're telling me that an actual assassin that's paid to kill is not messed up mentally, then you're crazy. Of course
No,
they
he's-
are. It's just
no,
they're
that's what he's
used to
asking.
killing. They're used to
That's-
killing.
That's what I'm saying. Like in that representation, he's messed up mentally.
If you're looking at actual paid assassin, like say U.S. government hires somebody to kill somebody, those people have experience killing. That's the only reason why they're okay with it. It's because they've done it before.
Okay, so how about this? Let's get the definition. Serial killer. A person who commits a series of murders, often with no apparent motive and typically following a characteristic, predictable behavior pattern. So back to the whole taking shoes and shit. And let's look up assassin. Because I'm thinking assassin's like someone who's trained from birth. You know, like that's all they know. They don't know
You
anybody.
don't have to be
You
you don't have to be trained
Right,
from birth
yeah.
to be an assassin. But all trained from birth assassins are assassins.
But that's what I'm saying though. It's like to use the serial killer thing to an assassin thing. I'm thinking, in my mind, assassin's like I said, not somebody off the side of the street. Someone's like from a young age, like, look, this is what you got to train for. This is what you're doing. Like in Russia, like you use a Sparrow for example. Jennifer Lawrence was in it. What's her name?
Yeah.
Yeah,
The white
she
girl?
was. Yeah,
Oh, no,
no.
it's-
What the fuck was the other?
Red
White-
Sparrow.
Yeah, Red Sparrow, the white chick.
What about Black Widow?
That was Jennifer Lawrence.
Jennifer Lawrence. Yeah,
Yeah, I
but
think it's- yeah.
same example though. She was taken at a young age, and that's all she knew. She still felt bad for doing that shit. You can see it in her eyes. She even talked about it. She didn't want to do it, but she did it anyways. Like it's brainwashing at that point. It's programming, you know. So,
But then it still affects with your empathy and sympathy portion of the brain.
I don't say you lack
But
it though.
that-
Yeah,
I don't say
is
you lack.
okay.
Dude, a serial killer, like, okay, look, assassins aren't killing animals just for the fuck of it. They're getting paid to kill people. Serial
Assassin will
killers-
not kill anybody
Yeah.
unless they're paid to do it.
Serial killers
Serial
start off by
killers
killing
in,
animals
like-
because they don't feel anything for them. So it's like, okay, now I need to upgrade to kill something different. That's the difference between serial
Well,
killers
yeah.
and
I mean, I'm
assassins.
not disputing the argument that.
Then what are we
someone's being paid
arguing
to do it.
about?
Someone's
they're
being
born
paid
with-
to do it, or
Maybe they're born with it. Maybe it's Maybelline.
all I'm saying, you have to have a certain mindset to be an assassin, and to be a serial killer. You have
Look,
to have
serial
the
killers.
same type of concept and fucked up brain particles to do it.
God, you're so fucking dumb.
Nah. No. Hold on. All right, look. Serial killer is obsessed with killing. That's it. They're obsessed with it.
Okay, then would a hitman be a serial killer too? then?
Okay, hold on.
Same
Let
thing
me.
as assassin.
I think I got it. All assassins, all serial killers are not assassins, but all assassins can be serial killers.
No. I don't think so.
Because think about it, there are some assassins who probably do that shit for fun. There are probably some assassins who
They're
took
serial
the
killers then at that
opportunity-
point.
Right, but then
Oh,
they're still an assassin. They're still getting paid.
Agree
No,
or
They like
disagree?
doing that shit.
Agree or
Yes.
disagree? Do both parties have to have some lack of empathy and sympathy?
Yeah, I would assume so. Yeah.
Exactly. You're welcome.
No, I just
That's kind of strong.
Right, but that's not even the same as the original argument we were having in the first place.
You have to follow down the same type of path. in
Right,
order
but
to
that's
be
not the
both.
that's not the original argument. The argument was argument is, are they different? You're like, no, they're the same because they're the same brain particles. That's not the same thing though. They're two totally different spectrums.
I stand by what I say. Assassins can be serial killers, but serial killers can't be assassins.
Okay, look, assassins profit, serial killers don't. Like assassins get paid. That's how they make their living. Serial killers
profit in a
go
different
to
way,
their
though.
fucking 9-to-5 job, and then they're just like, I need to kill something.
I'm gonna be honest. I forgot the question that was asked.
All right, let's move on then.
Bro, I'm telling you. All right, look. So serial killers are obsessed with killing. That's it. It's the end of the day.
So is the Mandalorian a serial killer?
No, he's a bounty
Or is
hunter.
he an
It's
assassin?
different. He's a
I
bounty
don't
hunter.
think
He doesn't really kill people. He doesn't kill if he just has to for protection, for self, not for survival.
Self-preservation.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, because the
I
bounty
get it,
hunter just
Jakey. I
brings
get
him
it,
in.
Jakey,
That
but
makes sense.
So
he's obsessed. I get
yeah.
it.
So this goes into like, it's all this shit is fascinating, dude. Like I watched an assassin show too right now. There was one on because Assassin's Creed the movies sucked ass, you know.
Oh yeah,
But,
that's terrible.
Garbage.
That goes to the fast station though, man. Like humans just love shit like that. It's weird, you know what I'm saying? I think people who are fascinated with serial killers are probably more fascinated than Baby Yoda, dog. And that shit took the fucking country by storm. The world, actually. Because the Star Wars
I would
universe
die
went
for Baby
crazy
Yoda.
for Baby Yoda.
I would die for Baby
Would you be an
Yoda,
assassin for Baby Yoda or would you be a serial killer for Baby Yoda?
I would.
You can't be a serial killer for Baby Yoda.
Wait,
that
but
way.
if Baby Yoda used the Force and he was like, I need you to kill women who are of age.
He only got 3.
40.
Think about you. That dude kills because I'm assuming because some girl he likes, right?
We can't talk about it if only Justin has watched it. We can't compare.
Dude, I've seen Twitter, dude. That's all I know about it. That's what I've gathered.
Think about a sociopath and a schizophrenic.
Bro, it's on season 2. If you ain't watched shit by now, then fuck off.
Wait, no, I look. There's so much shit to watch nowadays. It's there's so little time, so much to do.
But we've all seen The Mandalorian.
Have you seen The Mandalorian?
I haven't seen one episode.
Jesus,
oh, dude, I'll give you my Disney Plus.
You at least know a Baby Yoda.
I have
right?
Disney Plus.
Then you don't watch it.
You haven't watched it? What the fuck you been watching? Frozen?
You.
Speaking of though, hold on. Speaking of though, before we get into what everybody get into, Disney Plus is mid as fuck, dog. Until like the next 2 years because there's not shit on there yet. After you watch
The Mandalorian, and
after you watch all the nostalgic shit you watch in the Mandalorian, you're just paying $6 a month for nothing.
The Mandalorian was worth the money.
I would pay
and Pirates of the Caribbean. I thoroughly enjoyed being able to watch those at my own.
That is Disney.
Never seen any of the pirates either.
Are you fucking kidding
Shut
me?
the fuck up. We went to the theater to see them shits, you idiot.
We did go to the theaters. The
Wow,
one where he
you're
was running away
fucking
from that
fake.
big
Really?
ball.
I don't remember any of it.
You're so
my
fake.
God
damn.
Dude,
No,
I'm
we-
serious. I don't remember a single one.
Ugh,
Those movies are great.
yuck.
The first 3 though, only.
Phenomenal.
Yeah. But no, I mean, I think has everyone seen fucking new Star Wars yet? No, never mind.
No.
Justin
I
hasn't
have.
seen that shit.
No.
I have. Justin ain't gonna see that.
Well,
shit.
No, yeah, might as well talk about it because I'm like,
Here's what I'll say. I think Babu Frick
Spoiler.
is better. I think Babu Frick is better than Baby Yoda.
Yo, I can't respect it.
Bro,
I
and
can't-
Babu
I can't
Frick.
respect it. Babu
Yo.
Frick is dope. Babu Frick is dope. I ain't trying to take nothing away from Babu Frick. He's like, hi, Babu Frick. Like,
Hey, yo, Babu
yeah.
Frick is the Baby Yoda's out,
But
dog.
think about when Baby Yoda can talk, bro. Think about it. Baby Yoda
You're-
can't even talk, and he's way cuter than Babu Frick.
Yeah, but Babu Frick is funny, dog.
Yeah,
I don't understand why people think Baby Yoda is cute. This motherfucker covered in hair. And
Not
not even
yet.
like good hair. It's like
Not yet.
fucking frilly ass like he looks like a fucking like one of those cats, the bald cats with like a little bit of
The
fucking
hairless
gray hair.
cats, like the Sphinx cats, things what it's called.
Yeah.
Yeah,
hairless
those
cats.
fucking assholes.
Sphinx. Yeah.
Well, that reminds me of I saw a meme.
I like the memes though where he's like
Yeah.
talking nut.
Hold on.
Chucky
First
nut,
of all, though,
nuggies.
I think the funniest thing is like people like it's not Baby Yoda, and I get it. I don't think it's, Baby
not.
Yoda.
It's
neither.
absolutely
It's
not
just
Baby
a
Yoda.
Not.
Yoda. It's a
not.
Yoda race, because where it falls in
Yeah.
Star Wars, it's like
The
after Last
frogman
Jedi.
species is what
Yeah.
they're called.
Is that what it is? It's been confirmed.
Frogman species. That's Yoda's race.
When did they confirm
Well,
that?
There were two
Well,
of them. There were 2 of them in the Star Wars series. There's Yoda
Yeah,
and then
and there's
the
a
chick
chick
on
with
the chick on the
dreads.
council.
Yeah, she had dreads and shit, or Yoda dreads. I don't fucking know.
They were the
But
last
anyways,
2.
They were the last 2, except for this one.
Yeah. And
Did you
it's
know?
interesting.
Baby
because,
Yoda died to avoid child support.
Because Baby Yoda died.
Yo, they
Did
said
watch
that. No, they
I
said
saw,
that-
yeah, I saw that meme.
They sent that shit 50 years. They sent that shit away for 50 years.
That's
No
crazy.
child support, dog.
That's crazy.
Fuck
You gotta pay that shit
man.
after 18, bro.
So here's a question though: if it's not Baby Yoda, what name would you give it? Ponder.
Are we just to think of different names, like just
I mean,
random ass
what would
names?
you call it?
Like
if
based
you
on
had
his
one?
face?
Frogger.
No, that's fucked up. That's
Fuck.
stupid.
Corny.
I would call it some
Let's hear
shit like
Jakey's.
Boda. Let's hear yours, Bobby.
You literally just combined Baby and Yoda,
Yeah,
right?
what the fuck he did? He
Let's hear
fucking
yours,
did.
Bobby.
I
Robert?
don't have one. I don't have one. But it's better than.
Oh, yo.
All right.
I-
Hey, at least we,
No.
Jakey, at least we
Okay.
tried, bro.
Right,
All right,
exactly.
all
We
right,
ain't doing
all right,
that.
all right,
we
all
ain't
right.
doing that.
Left. Your left.
I
Bottom
call
left.
it-
Or your bottom right. Your bottom right.
Yay, got him.
Okay.
Okay, come on.
Justin,
you can't just be like,
Justin?
"Oh, I'm gonna pose this question and not answer."
Justin,
it
what's your
myself.
baby Yoda name?
Don't have one. It's fucking Yoda. That's it.
Jesus.
There you go.
Wow. Unbelievable.
I don't know what I'd call it.
Yeah, you can't. You can't come up with any random name.
I mean, but Boda is like fucking no
Frogger?
effort at all. Yeah, but they're both bad.
Sorry, Dave. I had to.
I mean, he's
Damn it,
frogman
hate too much.
species, and in like episode 1 or 2, we ate a frog. So what's wrong with that?
A lot.
A lot because it's Frogger. You're not
What
gonna.
about Frogga? That sounds like Star Warsy.
Always call him fucking Frago too while we're at it.
Let's call him Yar Yinks.
Rob, did you say what I think you said?
Frago? Yeah, I did.
Oh,
You
okay.
said Frogga, bitch.
We gotta fucking. I was about to say we gotta cut that shit out.
Oh, you know, I said, yo, come on, bro. You got a little more fucking
I
control.
know you said it in the
man.
beta podcast.
I
Oh
said
no,
retard.
no, you said the
I
other.
said whatever, man.
Now we got.
Cry about it.
All right, here's look. If you've tuned in with us for this long, I want to say thank you. This is episode 3 of the Bare Minimum Podcast. We are back in full effect. You can definitely expect us being back on a regular schedule, 2 weeks in, out, on your feed. And I mean, I guess that's it, guys. Anyone else have any closing comments?
We got more coming, Gamecast, and there's more other random shit. We stream now too as well, so we'll definitely be announcing that. So if you want more content that's not scheduled, you know where to find us at. Appreciate it.
All right, so look, we're gonna be posting Bare Minimum Podcast. That's our baby, obviously, but we're gonna try to keep this shit expanding. So Rob's streaming again, Jakey's back, Justin's been streaming. So we're gonna be, follow us everywhere, because even if it's like just Rob streaming or something like that, we're gonna be playing with them and everything like that. So if you're a fan, if you're watching, if you're just, if you just feel like supporting us. If it's just Rob streaming, go watch his stream. If it's just Justin streaming, watch his stream. If it's all of us, pull up every tab, man. Support the fuck out of us. Like, we're out here. We're playing in fucking giveaways. We're going to be doing live streams and everything like that. Just keep supporting. Make sure you like, subscribe, share, tell your mom, tell your grandma, tell your kids, everybody. I don't care. Tell them all.
It's
Justin.
2020. We're coming hard. That's all I got.
And fast.
Our vision's 2020. Believe that.
Peace out, guys.
Later.
Love ya.
Bye-bye.